Dígwit, Táid con Aiste eile dhéanamh inis sean Aiste Foréigean. It's for the general Aiste you're doing on Coiriúlacht, crime, Foréigean, violence. It's going to be kind of a general mismatch of gachrod. Okay, before we start in Aiste, Cámid fécinn dear an tishil Ginadach. And essentially tishil Ginadach is anytime there's of asperla being tishil Ginadach going Osquelga. Now it's not exactly because you say we see an image of a boy that's not tishil Ginadach. But in terms of an Aiste, generally if you've of, it's tishigendach. So Foréigean, sin violence, but if you want to talk about the problem of violence, for example, then it would be fibe on Foréig, and you need to think, what way can Foréigean change? Generally it's either an I or an A. It just would be weird to say Foréigena, so it's fibe on Foréigean. Then Coiriúlacht, if you want to say the problem of crime, you'd say fibe na Coiriúlachta, because that one does make sense. I mean, like Sipadóireacht goes to Sipadóireachta, Coiriúlacht can go to Coiriúlachta. As well, if you said there's a lot of crime, it would be the same. A, lán, Coiriúlachta, without the na that time. It's just a lán Coiriúlachta. Okay, the word fibe itself can also change. If you just want to say normally the problem, because it's female, you'll say anaib. But if you want to say something like the solution to the problem, like kind of the solution of the problem, if you want to say you want to kind of investigate the size of the problem, that'll be tishil gina the chuma. So it'll either be the solution, réiteach, or the size of the problem, or made. Because it's a female, all the female ones here are taking na. Made na fiba. It changes a lot. And the last one, alcohol. Generally, any word that's lahan, like it ends in a lahan vowel, a vowel turns into a consonant lahan, it'll take an I. So if you want to hit the problem of drink, fibe on oil. Okay, the other one I'm going to put maybe in a different colour that we've come across a lot is the problem of drugs. That's a whole other situation because it's the tishil ginadach olra. Okay, that's another day's video. But the problem of drugs, to put a little uru thereafter, not for fibe and ruggy. Maybe just to remember for the tishil ginadach, if it's fear, it'll take an on plus a H. Like far on fusht, postman, on and a H. Fibe on Foréigean, on and a H. If it's buin, the main words here are anything that ends in an ocht, Coiriúlacht, Sipadóireacht, Políocht, any of those, and the word fibe is also buin. Then the rule is it's a na plus no H. That's why it's made na fiba and fibe na Coiriúlachta. There's no real rule for how the ending. You just have to learn a few of them. There's groups we'll go through someday, but there's not actually rules for how it goes into tishil ginadach. Okay, on to this new Aiste. Alright, I'm just going to start maybe with the plan. So any good Aiste starts with a réamhrá an sin. Cad faoi a methu a kaint, sampli or nuach na cúisina ta ann, an réiteach agus cóirla. So generally, I'll get my pen up. This is how you start in. Sorry, just get my pen. How you start any Aiste is you need a réamhrá, have to have a réamhrá, and say cad faoi a bheith a kaint. Usually people have stuff learned off for this, like I grabbed my pen because it's such an exciting title and I just absolutely love the title and thank you for the great title, but just tone down that because we want to be a bit genuine. So you just say, san Aiste seo be méid kaint na fiban ar fad tágain, keep it a bit simply, be méid kaint fe rudí a bhíon ar nuacht. You can have a line like Láni glé fecmid ruddy ar nocht fin vibe sha. On réiteach most malat and cóirla, maybe you can give some advice, or you can say that you will have a solution by the end of the Aiste. Okay, alto made na fiba, so how big is the problem? Bring in some statistici, scéalte, email and fubble, méadú ar Foréigean, dún varú agus corna a vanilla druggy mihacha, cúpla sampla. You can always bring in a sample like tá sean bhóthar a gom, tá sí in a cónaí le féin agus tá Sail Dakar a beidir le féin agus rudí mar sin. Here we're talking about murder and crimes. If we're three, you could go into family violence like domestic abuse at home, maná, postí. A termand vaná would be a women's refuge where they go mar sin, and sexual attacks and éagnúis and rape. If we're car na cúisina and the five na socialta buckness latrum, five na clina tailig mi aimacha. So basically you're saying why do these things happen? You can ask the question, cén fág go dóirlíonn na rudaí seo an bhfuil alcoholachas ann, alcoholism, gunnaí agus rudaí mar sin. Cad íon réiteach, cad is féidir a dhéanamh, cad dhéan fása, so what would you do? De lithe níos déine, you can always say I'd bring in stronger laws, níos mó gordaí, áisina ach fanníos, usually good one freneasta, more facilities, more resources, agus éon réiteach eile. Okay, chéad lehanach eile. Just before we get into it, a bit more vocab. We've done pretty much a lot of it on Quizlet. Ein rud nu an sin beidir Ciarébacha, riots. I think we did on Dúlach, Northern Shin. Brianta, we used the word drong, I think we should go in. There's a few words for gangs. You can say groupie, even groupie. Mikaka, illegal groups, in Odig and Marshin. All these are to do with the knife crime. So saw is to stab someone. Unsahel is skian are attacks with the knife. Shkana, knives, and gunny, guns. Okay, on to our Aiste. Foréigean and Aaron's law Tonya van. Caafar advol gwil an Foréigean fós cotianta, so it's still common, roid na Héireann, agus nach bhfuil éon leid dúig tacht líon an lína a bharítear go fellteach sa tír seo. So I underlined in purple all the tishel ginnadoch, just so you get a sense of where it is. So the amount of people, lína naina. Snal seo féigh me ar scéal martá, túrig me statisticí a léiríonn made na faiba. Now you don't really have to give statistics. Some people like giving statistics. Agus pléig me na cúisna a bhaineann le Coiriúlacht agus le Foréigean sa tír. Luigh me Foréigean tailig, so sin domestic violence, agus an drochíad a thugtar de bhaná agus de fáistí in a dach féin. So drochíad sin abuse, so the abuse that women and kids get in their own house. An sin féigh me ar réiteach na faiba. So again, tuiscindach the solution of the problem. Cad is féidir a dhéanamh chun Foréigean a laidú sa thochaí. So sin godas, what can be done to reduce violence in society? So thochaí. An géaddul síos, so sin siad and it'd say in the first place, caafar bríthir séir, one must watch or look, caafar féachant an bhíanaise atá ann. So on this slide, green things are good stuff to know, purple is tishiganadach. So an bhíanaise on the evidence, ní láda déan hart nach gluster an nocht fé unsaí nu dún varú nu éagnu. So there's not a day that goes by we don't hear about an attack or a murder or a rape. The rareness is the key, so it's the tishigan look after the rare, but we don't have it here now because it's plural and the only thing it would have is an aru and it can't have an aru there on the ST. Dún variter, din avon gach shachtan sa tír seo. Is more an méid shin nor swinging to gur tír viog I era. So here we have another colour for other grammar points. If it's blue, it's not tishigan look other stuff. So it is a small country because tír is a female word. Gur tír viog I era. Ní haván sin, ach ní gá ceistechar gháirde. It's also good to note what words take a sévu. Anything that you can put your hat on with air takes a sévu. Like meshka wouldn't, because you can't put your hat on drunk. But you can on a guard. So gháirde. Ach in shuig made sénu dit, gymíon brian nu achran, gach I a haran. So brian sin fagleile fight achran, some kind of awkwardness. Tishkinach Saturday night I haran na shroidne in nach bala sa tír. We all know a gurki takes an aru, so in nach would also have an aru. A huna tihe torna agus na club in a ihe. Fear oga is mo a vina gest. Id olte the chana. Remember our thing riv ofui dead dum mar 3 being shevu a goni, so they take a shevu. Tassi ogs rake contra that, they're ready to fight. On this massive fin scale, nog being scana ogs ornta goniacha ogs ni vin leshkara I the uside. So formation sa glass, ní bhíon leishka, they've no reluctance. Leishka comes from leshkul. They're not at all reluctant to use their knives and their guns. Five vor ella, remember we said five is female, tá sé buinishkanach, so the adjective will get a H. Five vor ella Foréigean tailig. Darla húrlaurí ó Herman na maná, so according to the spokesperson of the Women's Refuge, is an olchus atá scélig dul. So I like that line, it's worse the story is getting. Tugtar drochída de bhaná agus de fáistí in a dih féin. The drochída should be green, it's a good word to know. Sin abuse. So women are abused. Literally you give abuse to women. And then from our thing, remember rivom ofui dead dom mar 3 takes H, so de bhaná agus de fáistí in a dih féin. Agus bíana her teg a terman. Is minic a cluster an nocht fui a varian a van céile. Agus noig a valart uanta freshen. Is minic a hugtar páistioga griant hospedale because it's male. Remember, male words get to T, and up here we did something funny. Well, his wife ban is female, so ban chela. agus iad gurta go donna. No níos meas a fós marv, so no níos meas a fós, or worse still, they're dead. Der ibrí sa tharman gomíon sús le ceirihíle dia gléigeán ar an lína charach in aig na bliana. So purple, cos a tiise ginnadach, little fish, big fish, in aig na bliana. Colamer. Ach, a cadas cúis leis an Foréigean. It's always good to ask a question. So what is the reason for this Foréigean? I can't see it now. Mar deir an seanachal, níl sprid ná pócha nach bhfuil fis a chúise aige. Níl éon doubt ach bhfuil buint ag alcohol agus drogaí leis an scéal. So the seanachal, there's no spirit or ghost that does not know what he's up to. And here is, that doesn't know his reason for doing what he's doing. Níl éon doubt ach bhfuil buint ag alcohol agus drogaí leis an scéal. So essentially drugs and alcohol are kind of the reason here. Ní gách fécinn ar na slúite, says the olrif slúite hagan amach as na clubaníthe agus iad coiachta ag lurag troda. So ag lurag is real over though, like ag immert pella, so they're looking for a fight, tá siad ag lurag troda coiachta, tá siad ar meisce. Ach ní hé sin bun agus born scale. Something dark you should maybe underline and take note of for an Aiste. So that is not the top and bottom of the story. That's not the whole story here. Tá buint nach beag ag five na sóisialta leis an scéal freisin. So nachbeag is a really weird way of saying it's not small. The association, buint association, ag five an associalta, that shouldn't be purple, it's not Bochtanas, latrum, diosdioch, the drochaidon marach tola, agus mi van tosta. Because I mean, like latrum is if somebody was prejudiced against me, I'd say latrum. Let's see, Kadershian saw. Bias. Okay, so if anyone's kind of biased against someone, sin latrum. Is minnig a bhíon fear óga faragach le chóras ágan iad gan aber, gan fóiler ancam náir dachas, pian an arag in a Foréigean fánach agus in a Coiriúlacht agus leanan an fáin I fi aig. Okay, ruddy dasa an sin was agreeing are nice stuff. Foréigean fánach, random violence. An arag should be blue because it's my grammatical stuff. Arag is female, even though you think it's male because it's a constant lan ach tá sé buinisgnach. Inrodella togama and seo go fidlam. It's usually where you in class tell me what I should underline. Okay, bug me the raig. Dirter fresh and gadendini imween and Foréigean. Oh, there's a bit of tishgan luck. Purple. They resort to violence, because that's little fish, big fish. Imween in Foréigean, nor nach mean she'd now need fein a charnul or in valachella. So they resort to violence when they can't express themselves in any other way. Cadis feather again of confias a chur and scale. So it's always good to end an ash to it. Well, what can we do? No, an bhfuil éon réit agam. Nóig is féidir áisneacht ach fannaí a chur fáil de chuoine óga a thuairg muíneagus misneach dóibh. Okay, guram, remember the H, the chuoine óga. Green for good words, facilities and resources. Áisneacht ach fannaí. Caafar dun le fibe an oil. The problem of drink, fibe an oil. Imasc an Aiste oig tishkin the chuma amongst the age of the youth. There bhíonn an tóiristí bin a chéile so lára seanachil going on here. So when the drink is in, the sense is out. Ach is ceist chasta I, agus níl éon réiteach, sorry, I'm trying to get my blue. Ceist chasta, because ceist is buin, so ceist chasta. Ceapan féin gur chóir lihanníos déine a chur a bhaim. Bechóir an dlí a chur aon duine a dhéanaan unsaí ar chunne eile, air takes H. Agus bechóir pinos geirichear ortha. Lena chushin, so lena chushin as well as that. Did you get all that? So I think that dlí is law. Dlíha, laws. So you should put the law on someone, like take them to court essentially, if they do. And bechóir pinos geir would be a sharp punishment a gear ortha. So choramar bechóir factus fri Foréigean a agrú. Is that tishel an anti-violence campaign? Factus fri Foréigean. Anything with fri is anti. Agrú sa scolana le curna lír an éasóg gur far fibe flé seachas dulan ween an law of loider. So they should not resort to the strong hand to violence essentially. Nóig is slí le mocha varú seachas é a chachta le him. Okay, there are many ways to kill a pig rather than strangling him with butter. Apparently that's a thing that happens. Ach caafar dun leis an gceist acharnach seo nuas dúna is massa é. So sin slí das chun an Aiste chríoch nu, we have to deal with this awkward question. I'm going to green because it's a good one. Leis an gist achrannach se nuas dúnas mas it means we're the ones who are worse for it. Okay, sin aiste eile an Coiriúlacht.